Stitch number 1328 is a hand look quilt stitch. Now, keep in mind this is a totally manipulated stitch, so you might have to do some adjustments, and it doesn't always work on all fabrics or with all threads. So first off, after you pick the stitch, you're going to need to thread the top of your machine with clear or monofilament thread. Now, to get the stitch to actually look like you want it to look, like hand quilting stitches, you need to have something bright or visible in your bobbin. Yes, in your bobbin. So I have the pink thread down below. And to get this to pull up, we literally need to yank it to the top of our fabric. So we're going to take our top tension and go up as high as, well, you can go as high as you need. I'm going to go ahead and start at 8 and just see where we are with this combination of thread, and also the combination of fabric and batting can make a difference. This is just a nice lightweight cotton batting, not too thick, but that can make a little difference. Now what's going to happen is it kind of takes a couple stitches for this to get started. And as it goes forward, then it comes back, and as it comes back, it brings up that bobbin thread and makes a little stitch, and then it locks it. So every so often it does this whole stitch, but then it stitches forward and leaves that clear thread, and then it does the stitch again. So that's why you get a stitch that shows and a stitch that doesn't. And then you can actually just go up right on down. Now once again, it is something you want to get the rhythm of the stitch, because you want to know when you can actually pivot or turn a corner. And then that way you're not surprised or get an extra stitch where you didn't expect it to be. So there is a time and place. There's definitely more places than not that you don't want to pivot on. So you want to just kind of feel where that is, let the stitch kind of complete itself before you actually turn it. Now if you're not getting a lot of stitching pulled up to the top, crank up the top tension even more. And once you get started, you really can just have fun with this. You can do this with the walking foot, because usually you are going through batting. And of course, if you're going to let your friends see the back, it is going to show that you haven't done this by hand. But from a distance, isn't that fun? Yes, it looks by hand. Again, it might not be perfectly even all the way through, but that's okay. This is a manipulated stitch, and on the back it'll look something like this. But how fun. You can go around, you can echo quilt, and it'll look like you did it by hand.